Well, you're in the midst of learning one of the most important elements, or one of the most important capacities, abilities, when it comes to the Spanish language, and that is the ability to use modals. Can, could, should, must, etc. Just as a means of reviewing them real quickly at the beginning of this video, of practicing them, let's think about things that we might say to our dog. Now, I don't know if you talk to your dog. I certainly talk to mine because she is extremely intelligent and she's always listening to every word that I say. In fact, here's her picture right here. If you listen carefully while I'm doing these videos, you may sometimes hear her in the room. She lies down under my little table over here and she groans for no apparent reason while I'm doing these videos, and I have to go back and erase her groans. Or she comes into the room and scratches a place for herself to sleep while I'm working she sleeps down at my feet. And you may hear that as well. In any case, her greatest joy in life is being outdoors. She hates it when we're enclosed here inside the house. During the warm months of the summer, I'm outside working in my garden a great deal, and she's pretty much my constant companion when she's not wandering off. And so you may well have a pet as well. And these are some things that you might want to say to your pet if you happened to talk to your animal. Wouldn't maybe make a lot of difference, but these are things you could say just to amuse yourself. Let's say, for example, I wanted to say to my dog, well, look, you could either come with me now as I go to the store, or you could stay here. Now, I never say that to her. First of all, she's not really good at the options. Everything's either all on or all off. You don't give her choices. But in any case, if I wanted to say that, you could come or you could stay, how would I get that idea across? Show me with your hands, first of all, what modal you would use to express different options a person might have. Okay, hopefully you did this. You did something like this, yeah. Which is, tú podrías. Tú podrías, tú podrías, tú podrías. Now, how would you tell her, yeah, if you're talking to your dog or your cat or whatever, you could come or you could stay. How would you say that? Yeah, well, I would say, bueno, podrías venir o podrías quedarte. Podrías venir o podrías quedarte. Muy bien. Number two, if you want to tell your dog, especially this is something I have to try and do when I'm recording here, making a video, you should not bark. You should not bark. How would you indicate that that's the case? The dog should not bark. To bark is ladrar. Ladrar. Right, you'd say, no deberías ladrar. Notice how I said ladrar, the whole verb. I didn't cut it short because it's a second verb, and as such, when there are two verbs side by side, the second of the two is in the original infinitive form, the whole long form. What if you wanted to say, and this is the thing she hates to hear more than anything else, but you must stay here. Here is aquí, or let's just say at home, en casa. How would you say you must stay here? You must stay home. Well, I didn't hear your answer, but show me at least with your hands how you say you must. Indicate something's obligatory. Yeah, it's this one right here. It's a strong one. And you would say, tú debes quedarte en casa o aquí. Tú debes quedarte aquí. How would you indicate, and this is something she loves, I'm going to feed the chickens. Now, don't bother saying it. You probably don't remember how to say chickens. You may have heard that a time or two. But how would you say, I'm going to feed the chickens? Show me with your hands the idea that you're going to do something in the near future. Yeah, it's this. You're committing yourself to a future action, which is down the road. You say, voy a dar de comer a las gallinas. Las gallinas are the chickens. And now if you want to brag about your dog or cat or turtle and say, boy, she can run fast. Well, don't try bragging about your turtle. I'm not going to believe you, but she can run fast. How would you tell me that your dog or your cat has the ability to run really fast? Show me with your hands. Try and say the statement too. Fast is rápido. Rápido. Yeah, you'd say, ella puede correr rápido. Or muy rápido. In fact, here's a video of my dog proving that very thing. Ella puede correr muy rápido. Last of all, how would you indicate, and this is what she wants to hear, you may come. It's okay. You may come. The gesture is this one right here. You may. It's okay. You may come. How would you tell her that? Well, you'd say to your dog or your cat, I don't know if your cat listens to you, but tú puedes venir. Tú puedes venir. Sí, está bien, puedes venir. Okay, well, we'll continue reviewing. And not only will you continue reviewing lesson 2.23, which had a lot of statements, a lot of sentences in which modals are being used, but 2.24 and thereafter, these lessons begin a second series of reading instruction, where you'll be doing some readings either from the Bible or from about the Richardson family, or maybe both. And in these readings, you not only will be working on the ability to read, but you'll be hearing a lot of uses of modals, of these words that we just reviewed at this time. As you're going through the second series of reading activities, in lesson 2.24, you're going to be reviewing all of these sounds that are made by letters in combination in Spanish. And as you're doing these activities for the first time at the end of lesson 2.24, you'll be asked to read aloud. As you start reading aloud, now this is a very important point, as you start reading aloud, you're not just practicing the skill of reading. Don't forget the tips that were given to you regarding how accurate pronunciation occurs in Spanish. That is to say, you maintain the purity of vowel sounds in particular. Avoiding creating a diphthong, changing the shape of your mouth in the midst of a single vowel sound, and chopping the vowel sounds short so that you don't lapse into changing the shape of your mouth as you pronounce a particular individual vowel sound. Okay, so make sure that pronunciation remains a priority as you learn to read aloud as well. Okay, that's it. You can go now to the instructions for today's lesson, which are found in day number 114. Adios.